Let's do a collective love energy for the week. All right, let's see what signs you may be encountering or who this may resonate with. Okay. We have square. So this is something that it has been kind of difficult for you. You also have new moon, which is the Fool. So Aquarius energy, Mercury, Virgo, and Mercury. I said Mercury, Virgo, and Capricorn. And you got Neptune, so Pisces. So I feel like you're coming into a space where you're no longer wearing rose-colored glasses with someone, okay? I feel like with the square here, your ability, like now that you've kind of detached from this situation and allowed yourself to see it from like a bird's eye view or perspective, you're kind of seeing all the flaws, right? Like perhaps like emotionally it felt good. And I feel like it only felt good though when you really didn't know what it was that you were looking for. So maybe you met this person during a vulnerable time in your life where you kind of like, you know, you didn't know, look, you got more Virgo energy. You didn't know what was right, what was wrong for you. Now that you're coming into alignment about what it is that you want out of love, what it is that you want out of this relationship specifically, maybe with Mercury here, I think it's maybe causing some problems, or it may cause some problems, right? It could cause some internal conflict within yourself because you know that this isn't aligned for you, or you know that you want something different, or you want something better, right? So this could be a relationship you've been with for a while, and now you're kind of saying like, ooh, is this the person I still want to be with? Do I like the way that they do this thing? Have I outgrown this here with the vow and merit making? So maybe you feel like you owe this person, maybe not necessarily owe them, but you know, you're committed in the sense of we've been together for so long, we've grown together so much, but I don't know if this relationship is still where it needs to be. So I feel like collectively, this is a time to revisit your relationship. Don't make yourself feel like you have to be confined to this relationship or to your, if you're not in a relationship, right, to the standards that you have of love. Maybe you have a skewed perspective of love. Maybe your expectations are a little bit off, or I don't want to say too high, but maybe they're not fitting for what it is that you really need. And so that's why spirit isn't aligning you to that. So with Mercury here, maybe go back to the drawing board, maybe do a little quiz on your love languages. Okay. Mercury is more educational based. So, and then Virgo too is more like structure with it. There's a need for you to find more structure about what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want. It's okay to have a type. Okay. It's okay to say, you know, I don't like men who do that. I don't like women who do this. I don't like people who do this. You know what I'm saying? And stick to it, because you don't want to keep finding yourself in these relationships where you don't feel fulfilled, or you're overthinking, or you're worrying about whether or not this is right for you. Now you have calling in your soulmate. So I feel like the more that you kind of focus and you, discover, identify even what it is that you're looking for, you'll pull that person back to you. Now you do have reconciliation, so I don't know if you'll have an option between two, like you'll still pull that old energy back again, or if you if the calling in the soulmate is your old energy. Let's see, is this two separate energies? Is this two separate energies for the collective? Yeah, I feel like this is two separate energies. You got the Queen of Pentacles, so you'll have options. You can either call in a new soulmate, or you can reconcile. What would be the outcome if they called in someone new? New love would make you feel very beautiful, make you feel very seen, make you feel as though you're being doted on. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, more Virgo energy too. So Virgo is heavy here. Okay, and maybe it's just because we are in Virgo season. But the Nine of Pentacles is the type of energy where you kind of feel independent, but in the best way, right? You feel like established. You know, basically like the epitome of a young, successful person. You could have kids, you cannot have kids, but just somebody who has their shit together. Let's see what would be the outcome if you reconcile with a past energy. Okay, we got the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you can have your way. You can have it either way, really, with the Six of Pentacles here, because the Six of Pentacles is, now would this be them giving more energy? Yes or no, Spirit? Because we want to make sure it's reciprocal, because sometimes the Six of Pentacles could be kind of reciprocal. Okay, so no, I feel like that if you reconcile, this person will realize that they didn't give enough and they would want to come in giving more. But here's the thing, you have to make sure they know that that is an expectation for you and you're not settling for what it is that they gave you before. So let's get one card of advice to wrap up, or no. Yeah, one card of advice to wrap this up. I didn't know if I wanted to use this deck or not. Thank you, collective, for sticking with me if you've been here. You got the King of Cups in the world. There's so much of yourself to explore, your own emotions, your own wants and needs, but then there's also two other people to explore. So if you are in a connection, okay, then I feel like you need to explore things with your partner. Ask questions, go on adventures, play those games where y'all pulling questions and cards, you know, switch things up, get a little bit deeper. This relationship is going to need to go a little bit deeper than what it is right now if you're already in existing relationship. If you're single, then it's time for you to explore yourself, explore what it is that you need, your wants, what's toxic for you, what's positive for you, what have you already experienced that you don't want to do again, and then how can you date outside of your normal category without with still be comfortable or still feel good about it, okay, with the world here. And then if you are kind of, you know, not looking for anybody, then I feel like Spirit's just asking you to love on yourself and maybe go out with friends, you know, go take a trip with the Three of Wands coming out, and just kind of explore the world if you don't want to explore another person. Regardless of what choice you make, you're going to make the right choice with the Six of Wands here. All right, collective, that's what I have for you for your overall reading. I hope this helped, and love on yourself, okay? Love on yourself, hug on yourself, and not everything is going to be this way forever if it doesn't feel good, okay? Mwah. See you next time.